For this video review, we're going to take a look at Gundam Universe. This is the RX-78GP01FB. This is the Gundam full BURNERN. So we have the figure out of packaging and it is fully assembled and it is fully dolled up. But before we discuss any of the options that you have for customizing this action figure, let us first discuss the parts that this action figure comes with, the parts and accessories. So it comes with a single beam saber blade, but it comes with two of the beam saber hilts. So I already attached the hilts onto the backpack. Now the backpack is a separate piece. The two thrusters is a separate piece. So you have to assemble the backpack and attach two of the beam saber hilts onto that backpack. But you don't have to be a genius to do that. Just follow your gut instincts and you'll have a fully assembled Gundam action figure in no time. So other accessory that I think I didn't mention yet, it's going to come with the beam rifle. So the thing that it misses is going to be the shield. But if you have other Gundam Universe action figures in your lot, then you could still possibly give this guy a shield later. When you assemble this action figure, the parts that really stands out are going to be these sections of the action figure. So the shoulder protectors, the blue part on the torso of the body, the yellow parts, the red, and the accents on the sternum of the action figure. But basically, this is like flat band paper. The rest of the body is flat band paper. So you would need one of this to really spice up this action figure, to make it look this way. Well, I'm just a novice with regards to panel lining. This is about the third figure that I think that I panel lined. So really serious panel lining this time, and all of the possible parts that I could apply the marker, I applied it on the action figure. So let's take once again a 360 view of the action figure. And later we're going to take a look at the close details of the figure. So we're ready to discuss articulation points. Well, articulation points, if you're familiar with the Gundam Universe action figure, then you know that there's going to be some sections on this action figure based on how it looks and is designed that articulation is going to really suffer. So let's take a look at the articulation on the waistline. So you have that much degrees of articulation, this much of bends, this much of sideways movement. Actually not really much compared to just the other Gundam Universe action figures. So the other figure that really has so much articulation on the waistline is going to be the Leo, which I also reviewed. But of course, compared to the Leo, this is a more stunning action figure once you applied all of the panel line work. The Leo is just plain Jane green. Okay, so let's move towards articulation on the head. So because of how the head is designed, that bulbous thing of a head, so it's just limited to a little bit of tilts and a little bit of sideways movement. But take a look at that. So I also panel lined the head unit of this action figure. So let's take a look at the back. So some of the panel work that I did to it, and of course the panel line work on the beam saber hilts. Okay, so let's move towards articulation of the shoulders. So because of the backpack, is this backpack going to hinder articulation of the shoulders? The answer is no, because you could do this. And it's going to free the arm to rotate as you wish. T-poses is possible up to a certain degree because of these parts of the shoulder protectors. So we have a rotation on the bicep, actually 2 points of articulation or bend on the elbow, and since the handsets are on a ball joint, so we have nice rotation on that handset. Okay, so moving towards the leg now, because of the skirt pieces, how is the articulation point on this action figure? So depends on how you're going to situate these skirt pieces. So there's a little bit of leg raises that way. Let's try the other leg. Well, yep. So you just have to somehow situate this in a certain way to lift it up to articulate that leg. But as you could see, that skirt piece is going to detach, and that is how it is connected towards the waistline of the figure. So you just have to snap it back in. Okay, so these parts of the skirt piece, the side skirts, would also raise up for a little bit of leg raises that way. We have 2 points of articulation or bend on the knee. We also have rotation on the thigh. And for articulation of the leg, so there's a deep connection point just beneath the shin part. So actually it still gives way to some articulation of the leg. Actually it gives more articulation sideways. So it's just going to be these parts of the leg. Of course, this is how this figure is designed, so you're going to have to really deal with that to give this action figure a certain kind of pose that you like. So just find a way to squeeze as much articulation point on this action figure so as it's not going to break. So I prefer, of course, the Leo, because the Leo is a freer design. So leg articulation, foot articulation on that figure is really great, and I'm also going to mod that action figure, so stay tuned for that video. So let's go back to concentrate on the full BURNERN. So this very beautiful piece. So one of the Gundam designs that I really like, the full BURNERN, aside from the heavy arms. So picks or choices, I prefer the heavy arms, and then the full BURNERN and the heavy arms custom. So that's my pick for designs as to the Gundams that I would really like with regards to just, of course, design. Okay, so as you could see, you could put this guy still in decent action poses if you wish. There you go. And if you have a flight stance, which this figure comes with an adapter, so just attach the adapter to this. And if you have a Bandai flight stance, then this thing could really pose well in a nice flight stance. So I think let's try a base on this, and let's see if it could really give us a good flight stance. Okay, so we have the full BURNERN in a flight stance. So I have, or I'm presently using a 1:6 scale military action figure base. The only action figure base I know that's going to support the weight in plastic of this guy. So let's do a 360 of the full BURNERN in flight pose. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to mention with regards to articulation points is going to be the articulation points on the back thrusters. So these 2 points, They don't have any articulation. But these two, we have rotation of the thrusters, actually both, and we have a hinge that's going to somehow, as you could see, you could fold it as you wish, this way, pose it you wish this way, or more to the side like this. So for example, these two thrusters are going to weigh down the action figure and you're not using a stand or a base of some sort, then you could just move it as close to the body as possible. So these are the two pegs that attaches to those joints. Okay, so you could put it as close to the body to distribute the weight of the action figure. So actually, it's a decent posing action figure. Points of articulation are okay. Well, it lacks the shield, but with regards to the details and the really nice aesthetics of the figure, once you panel line this action figure, all of the details is really going to pop out. Then this is I could say one of the best Gundam Universe action figures that I own. Hope if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel. And see you on the next action figure or custom action figure review.